Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. We're going to be looking at a Mono Green counters Ouroboroid Mite deck here today. This is the deck that's been blowing up recently in Arena and also in Best of 3. This deck has been putting up some amazing numbers. Even Magic and Wizards of the Coast came out and mentioned this deck as a possible new deck as a solution to the VV. It is a pretty powerful deck. The big thing here is you're trying to get as many counters on something like the Mite, so that you can give additional attack to your other creatures that you have. You have things to do that with, like Giant Growth. You have Tifa's Limit Break, which can double creature's power or give it +2/+2. Has those different abilities. We do have the elves to give us a little bit of mana ramp here as well. Pawpatch Recruit allows you to go wide and gives your creatures a little ability to give other creatures +1/+1 counters if you're getting targeted. This is something that's really good in, again, something like a mono red deck or something. You do have a little bit of hexproof here with the royal treatment, and it also gives +1/+1 to a creature. Keen-Eyed Curator. It's a 3/3 for 2. That's always powerful to start with, but its abilities to get rid of the exiled cards helps against decks like the VV, or really anything you need to get rid of the graveyard. And then it has that added ability. If you can get the 4 different cards exiled with it, it gets that +4/+4 and trample. And the trample's huge in that case. Frenzied Baloth, just a heavy hitter at 2 because it has trample haste and can't be countered. Also, combat damage can't be prevented. Innkeeper's Talent. This one scares everybody when it hits the ground because it's constantly pumping your creatures. You can also give a little bit of ward there, which can screw up their counts and really what they need to remove multiple creatures in a turn. Sentinel. This has another ability here for the map creature token. That's really where this helps. You can use that ability to give other creatures +1/+1. So throwing it onto the Mite really helps there. Otherwise, you could also throw it on something like the Ouroboroid, where it will allow it to pump it. So if you have the mana available, you can drop this and give 2 to everything. Or if you have something like the Giant Growth, you can make this a 4 and obviously give +4 to everything, +4/+4, which is pretty powerful when you got multiple creatures on the board. You also have a Soulstone Sanctuary. This is really huge when you can, even if they sweep your board at the end of their turn, you can turn this into a creature, drop like an Ouroboroid, end up creating +1/+1 counters, and then if you have a combat trick or something in there, like a Giant Growth, you could actually double or add this, and this all suddenly becomes a 7/7 in that situation. So a lot of different tricks you can do with this. It does run 3 of the Hunter as well. That allows you to draw cards. You'll find that this thing actually sinks removal, which it's a good thing, but it also has that special ability where this can't be countered. So all those annoying counter decks, you actually have multiple creatures in here that they just can't deal with for counters, and they're going to get through. It also has trample as well. You'll notice that theme, trample, is huge here. So when you're playing these Mites and you're pumping these other creatures and they can trample through, that's a huge thing. Let's look at this and have you please hit the subscribe button if you want to continue seeing this content. I've been putting out a new video every day of the month. Otherwise, let's get into the gameplay. All right, what do we got here? We got some land. We got Pawpatch early on. The Curators, nice to see. I think we're going to keep this one. It's nice that we do have X-Proof here, but I think we're still going to try to push this out. Turn 1. Okay, looks like we're playing against Kona. We're going to try dropping so we can get rid of that Omniscience in the graveyard there next turn. And they scooped it up. All right, let's look at this. We got land. We got turn 2, 3, 4. I mean, I would like to have ramp, but we'll keep this. It's nice to have 2 of these just in case you got removal. All right, so we got... Almost kind of looks like a landfall deck, but we'll see. Oh, Keen-Eye. We want to put out a Keen-Eye. Kind of want the trap on the board. Plus, we'll be able to get a little damage in. Unfortunately, the Keen-Eye would have been perfect in that situation. I really want to get this down, but I don't know if it's worth it in this situation. Let's get the Keen-Eye down, because it gets trampled as well if it gets big enough. Now that I think about it, probably should have put the Elves down because we're not guaranteed a land next turn. I don't have it in my hand. Should have done Elves, Innkeepers. Might as well use this and get rid of their Overlord. Yeah, we didn't get it, unfortunately. So what we'll do is we'll drop the Elves. We'll put the Innkeepers out. Still has a turn until he transforms that. We'll do no attack. This is going to disappear. He'll draw a card. Kind of want them to just throw this down. Buried in the garden. Oh no. That's not the worst, actually. I think I'm willing to sacrifice this just so they don't flip it next turn. I don't think they'll block. They'll be able to remove the Mite, but he did block. He doesn't realize I got another one coming up here. So he's going to kill my Ouroboroid, but it's in trouble anyways. That is fine. Get another one down. Well, he got another one killed. Let's see here. If I had one more land, I could well, I should actually say 2 more. I need this down too. His creature's gonna die just simply by these guys attacking. But if I do this, I'll get the map token. And my creature will explore. That allows my Mite to get bigger. They're tapped out. Sure. And if I attack here, good game. All right, let's look at this. We got land, we got ramp. I think we're good to go. As long as they don't remove it, we got the turn 3 Oro. Turn 3 Oro. We'll get the Curator down turn 2. Got removal, it looks like. All right, I got to exile a card. Unfortunate, but I think I'm going to be exiling this just so I can keep up a hexproof. When I get the Oro down. I fully expect him to try to destroy the Curator. I kind of want to keep the hexproof open next turn. I'll throw down another Curator. We have another removal. I might as well use it now since I got the open mana, just in case I don't draw it next turn. It does allow me to keep the Curator. Now, ended up kind of hurting me because I could have thrown it down at that point, but that's okay. We got a lot of damage coming through. Might as well get rid of some of their cards here. I don't particularly want to attack into that. Does put him on the back foot, but if he casts any creature after that, I'm going to be in some pain. We'll do it. We'll risk the Baloth here. I have to have removal for this. Okay. That worked out okay. Do they have another removal? Otherwise, we're going to walk away with this game, I think. Good game. All right, let's take a look. We got land, giant growth. We got a mite, Pawpatch Recruit and a Curator. Let's keep her. I think we'll try to do a rush here. We're going to drop that, followed up by the Keen-Eye, and then we can double Giant Growth and do a lot of damage here. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're going to drop our Hunter. At least we'll draw a card. All right. Well, I'm actually going to drop this because we can do some card draw with it. And it also gives us a really good next turn then. Plus, the Giant Growth will give us a little defense if they have another one of these. All right. Baloth. We're going to do a Giant Growth. Going to do a Giant Growth. We're going to attack. We're going to attack. He's going to have to block one of those. So we might as well attack all out. Should block this one. Well, he's dead. Good game. All right, let's look at this. We got our ramp. We got our land. We're looking for some payoffs, but I think we'll get there. Okay, against red. This will leave creature open to be killed, but that's okay. I'm hoping he actually goes after the Baloth. Oop, that's a pretty good one. Well. I'm going to put on full control here. And drop this. We will pay the 2. Resolve. And he scooped it up. All right, let's take a look here. This is a lot of mites to start out. I would love to see something that allows me to add some counters to these, but we'll keep it. Almost hoping for some early removal or something, because I don't mind that so much with this many mites. They do play well off each other, though, so... Hey, there we go. Alright, so we'll actually want to keep these alive, hopefully, so we can actually cast this. Hopefully we get a land. We can cast the Keen-Eye, followed up by the Tifas. That's unfortunate. Ooh. You know, we're going to start with this first. So if we draw a land, we can cast both of these. Well, he's got a removal. What do we want to remove here? I'm almost thinking it's the Mite. Even though they're powerful, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate. I don't like only having one creature because they can bounce this again or play another one. Yep, there you go. There goes our creature. We're just not getting much land here, unfortunately. Alright, we'll get this out. Put a counter on it. Hopefully it can't bounce again. We do have a combat trick here if they don't block, but I gotta think they're gonna block. We can win the game with her hand here. That's fine. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, we got another Keen-Eye. We're going to drop this just so we have something else to sack. We will put the plus on the Keen-Eye in hopes that we can push through some damage. So what do they got? 3 sorceries. We got a creature. All right, we can't really do much with that with the Keen-Eye. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, they'll block next turn, definitely. They can do 5 damage here. They just need to leave back a creature. Wow, this is unfortunate. I don't think I have this guy big enough to stop that. Oh, this just became pretty interesting. So he needs 2 to cast this. I don't really see a way he can do much. I mean, he can cast that, but it ain't going to do enough. Wait, we'll cancel this. Keep on full control because we want to give it... Okay, we'll hold full control. There we go. Double it. Resolve. He's going to cast his Tragic, and it won't matter. Good game. All right, let's look at this. We got quite a bit of land, ramp. We'll keep. You do turn one Llanowar into the Offspring 2. As long as they don't have removal. Well, they probably will have removal. This is going to be pretty powerful if we can get this recruit dropped. Okay, that's okay. No blocks. All right. So this means we're going to start getting these +1s when they try to target our stuff. I might even drop a second one next turn. And we can also put down a Mite. This makes their creature removal pretty hard to do. No attacks for now. And they scooped it up. Well, that was a lot of fun playing this deck. I was shocked at how many opponents just basically scooped to this deck when they realized what it was. It was crazy how fast some of those games were. You only had to drop a couple cards and they're like, yeah, I give up. So definitely fun to play. I had to include extra videos into this, or extra gameplay into the content here, because otherwise this would have been a really short video with how many different opponents just basically quit on the spot. So really good deck. It's taking over Magic right now on Arena. If you want to get on board and enjoy this, I would definitely have you craft the wildcards for it, because it's powerful and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. So hope you enjoyed the games. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to produce new content every day of the month here, so hit that subscribe button if you want to continue seeing this and be the earliest to see the latest decks that I post. Thanks. Have a great day.